everybody, I'm Nick, and today I have a little something different to show you. So behind all of my other little video projects that I've been doing for Let's Plays, I kind of started messing with VHS tapes, so... So anywho, back to the actual game itself. If you notice the low quality, this is actually because the way that I'm outputting the video of the Genesis I'm playing this on to the VHS in particular. I'm using the lowest possible quality, RF. That's a level below composite, which is the yellow, white, and red cables you might be familiar with for old consoles. Anywho, I just blitzed through Green Hill real fast, so you're gonna see a lot of cuts. This is actually condensed video on this. I might, after this goes out, I might drop the full video on the second channel if you're like, I want to see every bit of this VHS crunchy footage. Goodness gracious. I just thought it'd just be fun to be like, we'll just sit here and talk. Sonic 1 is a very useful experiment game because, like, I could finish this thing completely in, like, 50 minutes and whatnot. Maybe I can show a few secrets along the way, like you could jump through here and not have to roll the one direction and then grab the speed shoes and you can have yourself a whole dang bit of fun. But that is like, what? You've seen Green Hill Act 2 before. I don't need to show you that. I will show you that I've gone to each emerald though, and I'll be like, hey, oh, let's go ahead and grab that emerald. I will say though here that since I had the speed shoes, I sped up the music because it was just funny. I will eventually get used to this. I'm still kind of new at, like, I'm just gonna sit here, talk over some footage and whatnot, and be like, hey, we're just experimenting, hey? And here's the second emerald. Notice how the emeralds aren't, like, flickering a ton? Well, I'm gonna bring it up here in a moment because, yeah. Games made in the days of where technology was not very good, at least in terms of video standards, means you could actually get away with, you see these waterfalls here? They don't look as jarring. Well, that's because with RF, the pixels are all blended together. So, for normal video, that would be, you would just see, like, lines, and then it uses a technique called dithering to blend the pixels together. Oh yeah, I didn't cut this just because, well, it's the first boss. Let's see that dunking. We're gonna get in that Dunkachino. We're gonna give that Robotnik a whole what's for. Believe me, it's not gonna stay like this for long. So let's pop that first capsule and get our asses over to the next level. Luckily, I don't dilly-dally with the point scrolling, and we just go over to, yeah, let's go over to Marble Zone, shall we? I could show you the secrets to getting the one-ups in this place, at least. So that sounds like fun. Just maneuver carefully. Grab yourself some rings. Those delicious, as a joke, onion rings. And we'll keep on moving along. Yeah, Marble Zone tends to get kind of slow, so this is where, like, I really need the cuts. I really need the cuts. I will also say this, though. What is a goddamn hitbox? That's annoying. Anyway, we've got our first secret. Is 40 rings in a life. Although in my case, this is 2 lives. Ha ha! But there's not much more to the stage, so how about we just get on over to that third emerald, baby! This one gets annoying, especially with how floaty you get in here. It's like, I can't control my ass! Luckily, I did not fail this one, so I'll break through this and get that third emerald, no problem. No problems at all. For now. Anywho, Act 2. There's a few things they show off here, like, yeah, sometimes the jumping looks weird. Also, close call! And then I decide, you know what? You get to live. Another close call with lava. Woohoo! So you get to push this and they get chased by lava for a bit, I guess. I guess that's another cute little thing that they made, but it's just like, oh no, it's chasing me slowly. Whatever will I cut to? We're gonna go to another secret! Excuse me. This time you only get 20 rings in a life. But I'm gonna show you. You don't need no stinking blocks. Sonic's running speed is more than enough to deal with this. And I might as well just show this off. Woohoo! Lots of points, yeah! We take those. We take those. And just a bit of a boing into Emerald 4! Woohoo! So let's get rolling, shall we? This is Emeralds 4 and 5 are honestly very similar. You just go through a passage with the mechanics being weird, floaty, and whatnot. We're gonna go in here, get ourselves that god dang it emerald, and we're gonna be just fine as we move along to Act 3. So anywho, moving on to Marble Act 3. You can either go the easy way or the long way. But first you kind of have to go one of two separate ways first. And this first one is a little bit of a secret. Well, kind of not really. What's really awaiting you at the end of this is you're gonna just like, the most you're missing out on is like a ring monitor if you take that other way. So, boom, let's just get a ring monitor. And then the slowest part of Marble Zone for me, we're not gonna deal with that. Instead, we're gonna go the fast way. And the fast way has no checkpoints. So this is a secret! Get yourself the last extra life of the zone. Wait for the thing to move, and oh hey, we're actually close. We're almost done, so we're just gonna skip on over to Robotnik over here. He wants to drop fire on you. Yeah, that's not going to work. So let's just make you explode. Go pop that capsule, and we'll be moving on to our next zone. Boy, howdy. Lay me out, thing, and cut me in. Thank you. Let's go to Spring Yard. Let's have a little more fun with springs and whatnot. Also, idiot me should have probably explained how I was actually recording this in the first few minutes of the video. Oh well, and the reason why this is called VHS Plays in the first place. So, I'm playing this playback on a VHS, specifically I'm recording it onto a VHS tape. And then I hook the VHS with the blank tape rewound, well, now captured with footage. I hook that to my capture card and capture the footage in OBS. So that's why the footage looks the way it does. I should have explained that earlier, but oh well. I'll try to make sure to remember it in the intro. Also, that was a dead end they put there for some reason. There's not too much more interesting other than that, so how about we go try and get another emerald, see? We gotta be good about it, you know? It's very similar to Emerald 4, honestly. You just follow a passage with the weird physics, and you just go break another crystal barrier, and you go get yourself another goddamn emerald. Although I will say here, this moment was a butt clencher. I'll say that much for sure. I really have no idea how I managed that. But I did. I was thankful. But here we are, Act 2. I'm trying to remember what I can really even say about Act 2 other than towards the end of it. Oh yeah, I can talk about these guys. You can't jump directly on them. You either have to jump at them at a weird angle or just the easier way, roll into them, man. There's also this one part here where you can just do this. It gets you some more rings. What more can I really say about it then? Oh yeah, there's also an emergency shield down here if you want it. It's nice. You have to deal with all the bumps though. Oh, also here, another secret. The top route. Did you need rings? And let me, almost missing that special stage ring, be an omen for what's about to happen here. You see, Emerald 6 is just a big open space, and I fail. That's not the first time you're gonna see me failing. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Act 3. I mean, you could do that. It's very possible to spring onto the top of that box for another little bonus. I think most you get, like, what, speed shoes or an invincibility box or something? Speaking of those two, those exact two things are right here. So let's enjoy some sped up music. If you race this block, you can get some goodies, which is 20 rings and a shield. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? And this is probably the only mention of coping I'll be doing, just because it literally says cope in the lights there. Anyway, you go up this way, you can get yourself another shield and a life, for what that's worth. Oh, by the way, also there's another invincibility box. And if you do what I do and just say cheese it, get all the way over here, got ourselves another Robotnik fight. This one's easy. Can we just make the man explode and move on? All he does is try to spike the blocks at you, but it's so easy to get multiple hits. Also, thank you, Cutting Me, for making go explosion into explosion. That's it for Spring Yard. Now let's move on to everyone's least favorite zone in the game, Labyrinth. Oh yeah! I'm gonna have a fun little cut in here in a moment. But first, we gotta get over there first. So we're gonna grab this. I get hit for this, and we're now gonna cut over to some 3DS footage I recorded. Because you see, there's a shortcut you can actually access in Act 1 of Labyrinth Zone. But in all other versions but the 3DS version, let's just say you're not gonna get a special stage in any other version of the game if you go for the shortcut. Unless you play the 3DS version. The guys over at, oh shoot. Brain, why now? Why now? Anyway, the guys who are making this port, post me, you'll have to post it over. They added an extra ring, so you could actually access the special stage by taking the shortcut. God, I hate when that's a thing. I think it was M3 or something like that. Yeah, I think it was M3. Post me will have already put it in. Anyway, by doing this exactly as intended, you're gonna go all the way back up, and there's this shortcut here after hitting the first switch. Yeah, I don't let the drowning music play for very long, I'll tell you that much for now. Also enjoy the crispy music, because we're gonna go back to low quality stuff once this is all done. Yeah, they add a ring right there. so you can access the special stage. All you have to do is not drop your ring. Also, it took me like 10 tries to get stable 3DS footage with my current capture setup. If you want to know what that's like, watch my Let's Play of Pokemon X, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I believe I think one of these guys gives me a jump scare and makes me lose my shield, but... Oh yeah, I've been jump scared by it before, so I'm like, oh yeah, sometimes Sonic doesn't jump right, so... Let's just get you out of the way. He glitched to the ground for whatever reason, and boom, that's a ring with a shortcut. But enough of crisp, let's get back to crunch. Ah, there we go. That's the crappy quality I've been looking for. I'll probably also fix the aspect ratio. I think I got things a little too skinny this time around. But for future VHS Plays videos, I'll make it better. The other notable thing about this is like, oh hey, here's a switch. It opens a gate down here that you need to do. You're normally supposed to use that spring to try and get up there, but you can just jump up those. Oh yeah, also, these things are a butthole. They'll just jump you when you least expect it. So just hold on to your rings, try not to get skewered, and there we go! Another shot at Emerald 6. I think I can tell you how this went. It's not well, I can tell you that much for sure. There we go. Yup, I just get bounced into the exit. Thanks, guys. Labyrinth Act 2. What more can I really say about this? Well, aside from more water... Oh yeah, that's right. We have this spacious area here where there's a bunch of rings. And actually, what I'm about to do here is... there's a switch under the monitor. I don't know why that is. Also, I had some trouble getting out of there, but unless you hit that switch, you're not proceeding. And there's only really one way to get fast out of here. Also, screw you, buddy. That way, I'm not getting a special stage this time. Anyway, the only fast way out of this stage is if you actually use glitches and clip into the level geometry and launch yourself over to the right. Speaking of going to the right, oh hey, I finished the act. How wonderful. But anyhow, time for the worst, Act 3. You have infinite waterfalls. Unless you get this in your first pass. The switch makes it so you can actually proceed, and that's the only way through. You can go right, or you can go down. I choose to go to the right. I'll take that hit, and by the way, there's an extra life in 40 rings if you want it. I mean, you probably want the extra life for what's about to happen. Also, hello guy! You just fell. And now for the worst. No one likes this boss fight. It's not even really a fight. You're just trying to get out of there alive. You can try to hit Robotnik 8 times. I really don't recommend it. It is going to be a pain. You are going to get either skewered or fireballed. So let's just pop the capsule and move on to our next zone, please. I actually did that first try. Just gonna say that now. I know I cut around. That was one whole segment. But now for a breather in Starlight Zone. And already there's a little secret over here, so... rolling through that, there's 30 rings and invincibility. Woohoo! So, try to grab the invincibility last and then go woohoo! If you're rolling, that actually works as intended. Also, the fans are a pain, the Orbinauts are a pain, the grenades are a pain, but I'm gonna tell you now, the third time is the charm. Which is lucky for me, because this was my last chance, well, second to last chance to secure the 6th emerald. Yeah, in total they only give you 10 chances to get all 6 Chaos Emeralds. Dick moves, guys, dick moves. But Sonic got them all. Whatever, man. All they do is good ending. Not like it really matters. You get to play the same amount of game anyway. Supersonic wasn't even until the next freaking game. Oh, also, I have beef with Collision. I have beef with it even more in Sonic 3, where it almost always just happens to me. I hate it. Anywho, so here's more clipping issues that I ended up running into. Believe me, I hate it when it happens. I also hate when I go to sneeze in the middle of recording something. By the way, the game gives you 50 free rings right at the end of the act, so if you're missing the final Chaos Emerald, they literally give you the last chance for free. Don't screw it up. Because from here on in, there's no more chances to get emeralds. Also, if you do this right, you get to not play some of the stage, so that's fun. Also, that's like the only time this particular object is ever a thing in the game. Try not to get hit by it. Also, we get to play with physics now, aside with, dropping it on my head. There are 2 ways to inflict damage here. You can bounce into him per usual, or bounce the bombs themselves into him. I believe that's actually an achievement in the mobile version, so that's fun. Also more Kablooey, and now, Scrap Brain Zone. If you're not careful, it's really easy to die here. Also, these things are never fun. Be like, hey, we're gonna start spinning now, and you're gonna fall right through us. Thanks, guys. By the way, do you like disappearing and reappearing blocks? It's not very Sonic, isn't it? And now looking back at the footage, I don't know what was going on there. And I miss! Yeah, this part's just annoying, so watch me fail for a bit. Yeah. We're not gonna be dealing with all of that. Ow! I was incredibly lucky there. But yeah, that's just some of the ways you could die in Scrap Brain Act 1. Act 2 will make you go spinning right round, like a record, baby. Yeah, that's as far as I'm going on that one. Ha! I think, as far as I remember, I don't recall if there was like a secret passage if you had like enough rings at a certain point. I don't remember. Just watch out for all the hazards. Just try to survive. I'm not gonna tell you to be like, hey, go get things. And this is just a part that I just never really found before, so I'm just showing it off because I can. Oh yeah, conveyor belts and buzzsaws. Along with more, lightning didgeridoos or whatever down there. Yeah, it's very easy to get hurt down here. Oh no, there were swinging balls and whatnot. So let's spin that, and then after the score tally, Robotnik is just gonna be like, I'm gonna drop the Sonic! It's just Labyrinth Zone Act 4. We're not gonna be playing Act 4 for very long, because if you can roll down here, you get a shortcut. I know there's like other glitches you can do the shortcut, but without glitches, here's another route for you. If you get all the way over here, you skip like 90% of the stage. And this is like the only hard part. Just mind where the spike balls are, and spring up to Final Zone, the final boss. I'm not a super big fan of this, because all it is just pistons and electricity. The only death of my recording. Enjoy it while it's there, because I'm about to hit this egg bastard for all the times. Because I have had enough of this boss. So we got explosions and more explosions. Get out of here, you fat egg. And there's 100% Sonic 1. Thank you very much for watching this VHS experience, and I'm hoping to have more at another point. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.